Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is WARDANA. I will tell you a story from the novel that I read. The novel is Dog Soldier by Robert Stone. This novel was started in the 70s uh, as the Vietnam War was ended. There is a guy, the name is John Converse. By the way, the John Converse. Converse is a guy in this story, not a shoe. He's supposed to be a journalist, but in the reality, he has gone to the Vietnam as a tourist. He despairs and realizing that he has already spent unconsiderable a lot of time in the country working on his project with do nothing to show for it. So after he depressed and discussed with God and evil, she decided to take a taxi and meet the chairman to make a deal. He agreed to smuggle the large of heroin to the United States, and he gets ready to home. He assumed that he can will able earn more than 40,000 bucks. Wow, that's a lot of money. Uh, and he has a reason to do that because CIA was covertly and sponsoring the plan. Wow, in this era, the police are corrupt. Converse so to successing his plan, he, he recruits a former uh, soldier, Hicks, to get a dope back into state and hand it off to his wife, Marge. In this story, Hicks is a survivalist and a good martial artist, and Marge is the bad sad character because he go to work in the porn theater as a ticket seller. Wow, but so ironic because she presents herself as an advocate of freedom, both of sexual and speech. Wow. So, uh, from the story, after that, things go wrong, and because Hicks and Marge end up on the run from the couple of Dutch uh, and the government agent. The conflict it starts when Converse, Hick, and March must take and send the heroine on the trailer that proceeds at its own unique pace from Vietnam to the San Francisco and to LA to the desert community near of the Mexican border. When Hick arrives in the States and realizes that he was discovered before arrive and is being aggressively followed. The novel action follows Hicks and Marge evasion of Converse and his suppliers. Wow. She go away with Marge, and Hicks attempt to sell the dope sold through California in the desert, from the in the desert and the Mexican border. Unsure whether Converse was double crossed by his suppliers or Converse himself betrayed him. Hicks elects to go on the run with the heroine, taking Marge as insurance or hostage. We can do that. We can call her hostage. They deciding to cut out Converse out of the plan. Oh, so sad. And altogether, sell the heroin for themselves. and and the entail a drug enforcement agent pursued them, staying on their trail as they raced across southern California. Hicks and March begin using the heroin, and they are carrying, become addicted, and losing their final connection to the reality. Wow. So he go with the heroin and use it. Hicks and March flee into Mexico, and they take a shelter with Taylor, whom uh, Taylor is a mentor of the uh, Hicks. Uh, Antel tracks them to this location and takes comfort in the building, and he does not intend and to go quietly. However, and a shootout erupts between him and the officer. Hicks is shot but gets away. Wow, he can survive because he's a former soldier. But only to die at a short distance away. The heroin still in his backpack. Converse grab March in the chaos and to flee for to escape. Uh, there's a intensive story. So that's that story. So, and at the end of the word, and of the end of the word, I can say Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.